Hi, Corey. Thanks for your question. This is a great example of an order of operations question. So first of all, what I want to do is, because we're going to be using order of operations, I like putting down the acronym BEDMAS just to help us, because this is going to be important in terms of how they came to the answer of 50 in this equation. So first of all, we want to do anything within brackets. So 6 minus 3 is going to give us 3. Keep that in brackets and put the minus 5 ahead. And then I also want to do the 4 minus 4 in brackets, which is 0. And I'm going to be multiplying that by 3, all in brackets. And then 5, subtract 3 in front of that. So I've eliminated the first brackets. Now I want to do inside the square brackets. So minus 5 times 3 is going to give me minus 15. And negative 3 times 0 will give me 0. So that's inside the brackets. And then one more simplification inside the brackets. 0 minus 15 just gives me minus 15 in the brackets. And then 5 minus 3 outside the brackets. This is where the mistake occurs that you've made and that a lot of people do, because what they want to do now is to simplify 5 subtract 3 and get 2 over here, but that's not following BEDMAS rules. Right now we have 5 subtract 3 times 15. A lot of students forget that we're dealing with multiplication here and subtraction here, and by looking at the order of operations, we do multiplication before addition. So you have to multiply minus 15 by negative 15 by negative 3 before we can do anything with the 5. So what we're going to have is negative 3 times negative 15 gives us positive 45, and then 5 plus 45 gives us 50. So again, if you had subtracted before you multiplied, that would have caused a problem with this answer. It's a tricky one, that's for sure. Let's look at the second one that you had a question also about and see if that's similar to this problem. Okay, here's the second question that you had, and you're very close on your answer, I believe. Let me just check to see what you have for your answer. So this is the answer you have right here. Just your signs are not correct. So let's work through this and see where that error might have occurred. Again, we're looking at doing inside the brackets first. So that's going to be looking at the most inside brackets, which is right here. I can't simplify inside the brackets because we have two terms that aren't alike. 3y is different from just 3. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to apply the negative sign in front of the parentheses to everything inside the parentheses. So that will give me negative 3y. And then negative and a negative gives me positive 3. And that's 7 on the outside of that. And that's all within the square bracket. And 7 minus 5 on the outside. Inside the brackets, I can combine these like terms. 7 plus 3 gives me 10. Subtract 3y. And then, same thing as over here, I want to make sure that I do the multiplication first before I do any adding or subtracting. So this is negative 5 times 10. So that's going to be negative 50. And negative 5 times negative 3 is going to give me positive 15y. And then the 7 in front of it. I have a feeling that you didn't apply the negative to the 5, so you might have gone positive 5 times 10 to give you positive 50, and positive 5 times negative 3 to give you negative 15y, and hence the problem with your answer. Last thing I need to do is I need to combine like terms, which in this case is 7 subtract 50, so I'm going to get negative 43. plus 15y. Now the answer that they gave, or that you gave, is 15y subtract 43, but both of these expressions are equal, so it doesn't matter if you put the variable first and then the constant, we call it, or the number. They usually like to start, the proper format is to do any variables first and leave constants to the end, but both are acceptable. So I hope this answers your question and helps you. I think this one is definitely the trickier, and I think with this one it was just forgetting to include the negative in solving for the expression. So thanks for your question. Keep them coming. Bye for now.